this pastor was mentoring a young ministerial candidate. He came into work one day. He said, hey, I have a couple coming in. And he said, I just want you to sit there when I'm doing marriage counseling with them. And so the husband came in, and he told his side of the story. And after he was done, the lead pastor said, you're so right, you're so right. And he went out, the wife came in, and the mentoring student is sitting there, and she told her story. And he said, you're so right, you're so right. And she left, and then the mentoring student said to the lead pastor, I don't understand. They both had a different picture. They weren't saying the same thing, and you told both of them that they were right. To which the lead pastor said, you're so right, right? So I just want to tell you that avoidance is not a strategy when it comes to conflict resolution, right? So that was the strategy in the Rouse house when I grew up, is that you just kept your face still and you didn't say anything, So then I got married. And my wife came from a different side of the tracks where confrontation was really important. And so I didn't realize this, right? Marriages have problems. I thought that you loved each other, you wouldn't have problems, and if you had problems, there must be something wrong with your love. So we started to have some, and my solution was, honey, I'm tired, I gotta go to bed. That worked for about 1.5 years. I went to bed and I prayed, dear Jesus, help this never come up again, huh? Until the day she walked in, flicked on the light switch and said, we're gonna talk about this now. And I was going, like, scared me to death. I wrote her a note before I left home today, and I said, hon, today I'm talking about problem solving. And I said, I want to thank you because you were the first one to teach me about this. You know what I realized about problem solving in a marriage relationship, and I'll make comparison later today to that, is that marriages only grow to their ability to resolve conflict. And once we start hitting ourselves against a lid, we don't grow past that. Can I tell you what? Churches only grow to their ability to resolve conflict. And once we hit those lids, and once they accumulate, we're really done growing. People only grow to their ability to resolve conflict, So I'm in my first church, and my first conflict came along. This is going to tell you how old I am. We were deciding to purchase a sound system. And so somebody donated this sound booth. It was a salad bar from Wendy's. And the church was divided. Like, one side said no sound system, the other side said, this really did happen. Some of you millennials are looking at me like, you got to be kidding. I'm not kidding. And so I could tell you what the driver was for me. Often, and I'll end with this, right, is that, and this is hard for me to admit, but early in ministry when I was thinking about conflict, I really wanted to be liked. Anybody? And so if it meant me not being liked or doing what God wanted me to do, often I would choose the first one, and I'd back away from the situation. That's all I have to say. I'll tell you how that story ended later.
Yeah. That was Rick's hook to get you to go to his workshops.